Hi, this is editing Michelle. I'm done the video, so yeah. I would like to mention that in my intro, I mention Book Outlet, and I would just like to formally say this year that I no longer support Book Outlet. I filmed the introduction of this video 3 weeks ago, so I just want to make that perfectly clear before we start this video. I will reiterate it again in captions when we get to the part when I mention Book Outlet, but I just want to let everyone who watches this video know that I no longer support Book Outlet. Fuck Book Outlet, and I will be putting resources in the description of this video. That's all I needed to say. I hope you enjoyed this very long video. Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle and this is Michelle Reads YA. This is going to be a different kind of video, but I needed to do an introduction to start so you knew what kind of video this was. But I am going to read 5 of the lowest rated books that I own. I was going to read the 5 lowest rated books on my Goodreads want to read shelf, but I didn't own the first 5 that were listed. So I was like, I'm not going to buy these books. No. So what I decided to do was to continue looking at the list and realized that most of the lower rated ones I owned, and then I just wanted to leave it to 5 so I can get this video out. The 5 books that I picked, I will tell you their rating, I will tell you how many reviews they have on Goodreads, and I will give you a brief synopsis, and then it's gonna go into the vlog part of me reading all the books. So just an introduction. The first book that I on my TBR is Wicked Games by Sean Olin. This has a 3.35 on Goodreads and 935 ratings. It came out in 2014, so not a lot of ratings for a book that has been out for 6 years. But let me give you a synopsis of it. One perfect couple is about to crumble to pieces right before everyone's eyes. Carter has always been a good guy, and while Lila has a troubled past, she's been a loyal girlfriend for the last 4 years. When smart, sexy Jules enters the picture at a senior year bash, Carter doesn't intend to succumb to temptation. He doesn't intend to fall in love. So from the reviews that I looked at briefly, because I didn't want to spoil myself and I wanted to go in kind of blind, a lot of my friends gave this between 4 and 5 stars, which was surprising since it has such a low rating. I didn't look at any of the 1-star reviews, so I don't know much about this. I know that this is about cheating, and I know that because I've read 110 pages of this book already, and I know that people have a real big issue with cheating in books. It doesn't bother me. I don't know. Cheating happens. So I don't know. It's not like something I can't read about. I can read about cheating. So we'll see. I'm 110 pages into this. This is the only one I've started so far. The next book on my TBR is There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. I love the Anna and the French Kiss trilogy. It's a cute, stupid YA romance trilogy, and I absolutely love it. So I'm pretty surprised that this is so low rated, but I have not heard good things about it. This has a 3.38 rating with 17,097 ratings. This came out in 2017, so that's a ton of ratings for it to be out for 3 years. We are actually reading this for my book club for October, so I will be reading this early, and yeah, but the synopsis. It's been almost a year since Makani Young came to live with her grandmother in landlocked Nebraska, and she's still adjusting to her new life and still haunted by her past in Hawaii. Then, one by one, the students of her small-town high school begin to die in a series of gruesome murders, each with increasing and grotesque flair. As the terror grows closer and the hunt intensifies for the killer, Makani will be forced to confront her own dark secrets. So this doesn't sound awful. It does not have good ratings. This is one of the ones I haven't looked at any of the ratings because I haven't started reading it yet, but I'm intrigued. I love Stephanie Perkins, so I don't know. So I'm definitely interested to read this one. Next book on my TBR is one that I recently got from Book Outlet, and that is Virtually Yours by Saravanas Tash. I know nothing about this book. I got it because of the cover, which is my fatal flaw. This has a 3.36 rating on Goodreads. It has 617 ratings and it came out last year in 2019. So not a lot of hype with this book at all. I don't know what it's about, so let's read that. NYU college freshman Miriam Vekalani hasn't dated anyone in 5 months, not since her high school sweetheart Caleb broke up with her. So when she decides to take advantage of an expiring coupon and try out a new virtual reality gaming service, it's sort of a big deal. It's an even bigger deal when it chooses as one of her 3 matches none other than Caleb herself. That has to be a sign, right? Okay, romance. I like YA romance. Am I gonna like this? I don't know. Sometimes I think ratings are so low because there's not a lot of reviews. So we'll see. I'm getting there. Okay, the next 2 books are actually by the same author, and I'm actually a little sad about it because I love this author. I've only ever read one of her books called 99 Days, and I absolutely loved it, and I know that that is an unpopular opinion. People hated that book. I, however, love that book. So the first book by her is Fireworks by Katie Cotugno. This has a 3.42 rating, 1,748 ratings, and it came out in 2017. I went to a book signing for this and got it signed. So I'm hoping I like it so I don't have to unhaul it. We'll see. I love the cover, and look at the inside jacket. It's great. It was always meant to be Olivia. She's the talented one, the one who's been training to be a star her whole life. Her best friend Dana is the level-headed one, always on the sidelines cheering Olivia on. But everything changes when Dana tags along with Olivia to Orlando for the weekend, where super producer Guy Monroe is holding auditions for a new singing group, and Dana is discovered too. So, seems like friendship, maybe drama. I don't know much about this. I'm sad it has such low ratings. I'm actually very excited that I get to read it because it's just been sitting on my shelf for 2 years. So, and it's signed. And like I said, the next one is also by Katie Cotugno, which makes me so upset because I love 99 Days. But that's top 10. And this one has a 3.37 rating, 2,966 ratings, and it also came out in 2017. So she had 2 books that came out in 2017, which is weird. Why would they do that? I don't know. Okay. Ryan McCullough and Gabby Hart are the unlikeliest of best friends. Prickly, anxious Gabby would rather do literally anything than go to a party. Ultra popular Ryan is a hockey star who can get any girl he wants and frequently does, but somehow their relationship just works. From dorky Monopoly nights to rowdy house parties to the top 10 list they make about everything under the sun. Now on the night of high school graduation, everything is suddenly changing in their lives and in their relationship. This is the same kind of cover as Fireworks. I don't know, they don't seem related at all, so I don't know why the publisher decided to give her like the same covers of 2 completely different books. This sounds a little bit like it's going to be a friends to lovers thing, so we'll see. I don't think her publisher did her any favors by giving her like 2 same exact covers, right? Okay, but either way, Katie Cotugno is on the bottom of the ratings, so I'm going to read both of her books and let you know how I feel about them. I will be vlogging the rest of my experience, and then I will probably come back like this setting for some kind of wrap up and let you know how I feel about these low rated books. But for now, let's get started. Okay, so I am 110 pages into Wicked Games by Sean Olin. I am listening to this on audiobook. This is the only one available on audiobook, so I'm doing that. So far in the book, the cheating has happened. That happened pretty early on. The girlfriend, Lila, is described as, I can tell you, troubled. But from the book so far, basically it seems like she has depression, and the author has described instances of self-harm, I would say. At one point, her boyfriend Carter looks down and she has cuts on her leg, so it seems like she is depressed, and she is starting to wonder if something is happening with Carter, and he has already cheated on her and she doesn't know yet. Okay, so I'm listening to that. I am getting ready to physically read There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. I will see how far I can get into this tonight and update you on it tomorrow. This is the one about the murders, and yeah, we'll see. I only know Stephanie Perkins for her romance books, so I'm actually really intrigued to see how this is. Obviously, it has a low rating if I'm reading it for this video, but we'll see. Okay, so I am 90 pages into There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins, and it is a romance, which I did not know and was not expecting. I expected it just to be horror slasher movie kind of thing, but there have been 2 murders, but so far it's mostly a romance, and I was completely caught off guard by this. I did not know that that was happening, so I like it so far. In the beginning, it felt like it was a little info dumpy because the main character, Makani, moves from Hawaii to Nebraska, and it's still a mystery as to what she did that she's in Nebraska with her grandmother. But like, I don't know, some things just felt like super info dumpy, and the writing wasn't super great, but it's a romance. So I'm not hating it. I think it's okay. I have a lot to go, but I mean, I'm enjoying my read of it, so we'll see. Okay, so I'm still listening to the audiobook of Wicked Games. I'm 210 pages in so far, and I have thoughts. I'm almost done. I'll probably finish it tomorrow. But I am not loving this girl-on-girl hate that is written by a male author. That is kind of not hitting right with me for some reason. So we'll see. I don't think it's a bad book, but I still have over 100 pages to go. So we'll see. I think that's like 3-hour audiobook. So we'll see how it goes. I have 40 pages left of There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. And I want to wait until I'm done to talk about my feelings, but I also don't think that's a bad book. So stay tuned. I'm going to definitely finish There's Someone Inside Your House soon, and then I'll start my next physical book. But yeah, stay tuned. Okay, so I finished There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins, and yeah, so probably throughout the whole thing I was leaning towards 3 stars, and then I got to the ending and I've decided to put it down to 2.5 stars. It's not a great book, so I get why it has such a low rating on Goodreads. I think the problem with this book is that it was marketed wrong. It's marketed as a YA thriller, and it is a YA romance with thrilling aspects on the side. But it is definitely not great, and I get it. I was enjoying it in the beginning, but like anytime I thought about picking it up, I wasn't excited to read it. So yeah, it was weird. And I don't want to give away too much in case y'all want to read it. And my book club is reading it for October, so I don't want to spoil anyone in my book club who might watch my videos. But I didn't love it. 2.5 stars. It was not marketed correctly. And I know that she has another thriller coming out in 2021. So I wonder if it's the same deal. Is it gonna be another romance with a side of thrilling aspects on the side? I don't know. But we'll see. 2.5 stars for There's Someone Inside Your House. Wasn't my favorite. I get it. So the next book I'm starting is Top 10 by Katie Cotugno. I believe this is the one with the boy-girl friendship. I don't know much about it, but we'll see. Okay, so I finished listening to Wicked Games, and it was interesting. I'm gonna give it 2 stars. My biggest critique is that Carter is made out to seem like this perfect guy the entire time when he's the one who cheated on his girlfriend in the first place. And then he starts having this thing with Jules and just treats her amazingly, even though he's a jerk who cheated on his girlfriend in the first place. So that's fine. But then the epilogue was super confusing. I think it ruined the whole book for me. I don't even know what happened. First of all, it ended very abruptly, and Carter 100% changed from who he was the entire rest of the book. So yeah, I'm gonna give this 2 stars. I do not think it was a good book. So this was low rated, and I am giving it a low rating. So yeah, it's done. It was a fast read, if that's helpful, but this was not good in my opinion. So I'm 60 pages into Top 10 by Katie Cotugno, and I hate it. It's the writing, I think. I don't know if I didn't notice it in 99 Days or if it's a different writing style, but she's saying things that no teenager would say and like no real human would say. It's hard to describe, but she's just like making these characters say things that absolutely no one would say, and it doesn't feel realistic at all. But the first part of this book is these best friends, they hook up, and now we're going back in time to see like how they met and how their friendship has evolved. And right now I'm on sophomore year, but this is taking me so long to get through because I truly don't care and I hate the writing. But I'm not going to DNF any of these books, even though I would really like to. But in order to give you a real review, I am going to finish this eventually. But yeah, this is not good. I'm not liking Top 10 at all, and I'm only 61 pages in. Okay, so I'm on page 185 of Top 10 by Katie Cotugno, and it's gotten better, but not by much. And she's doing this thing that's so stupid. So it goes in order by year. So right now I'm on junior year, but I just realized that it's like not going in order. So I just read junior year spring, and now I'm about to read junior year winter, which is super confusing. And they had just gotten in a big fight and they weren't really talking, and now I'm gonna find out what the fight was about. So why didn't she just put it in order so I'm not confused? Anyway, I think that's stupid, and I just now figured it out. But I'm over halfway done, so we'll see, but I'm not enjoying it. I just want it to be over. I'm trying to read it super fast. Okay, so I just finished Top 10, and I sat with it for a while thinking about my star rating, but I have decided to give this 1 star. Where to start? Let's start with the writing. The writing was not good. The main character, one of the main characters, Gabby, has anxiety, and I'll get to that in a minute. She has anxiety, and for some reason she calls it a panicker instead of a panic attack, and for some reason that pissed me off so bad. Just call it a panic attack. I've literally never heard anyone call it a panicker. I have a master's in counseling, so what? Okay. Next, Gabby. Gabby is described as having anxiety, but literally she's anxious about everything. She's anxious about going to get coffee. She's anxious about going to a party. She's anxious about sitting on the couch. Like, this was the worst representation of anxiety I've ever read in a book ever. And I read a lot of contemporaries that deal with anxiety, and this just was not it. Ryan, the other main character, was just a stupid jock meathead, and that was it. That was basically his whole thing. Didn't connect to any of the characters. The way the story was told, that I said previously, was so stupid. It went back and forth in time. It didn't make any sense to me. I did not like that, but I especially did not like Gabby. I think the writing was insanely bad, and I'm giving this 1 star. So this, in my opinion, deserved the very low rating it has on Goodreads. Yeah. So the next book I'm going to start is Virtually Yours by Sarvanas Tash. I am definitely not excited to read this. I don't think this is going to be up my alley, but that's okay. I will keep you updated. Gonna start it tomorrow morning. Okay, so I am 80 pages into Virtually Yours, and I hate it. I'm trying really hard not to DNF this book because I want to give an actual review of it, but it's not good. So what's happening in this book is that this girl was dating this guy for 3 years, and then they go to college, and he breaks up with her very nicely. And now she is catfishing him in an online virtual reality dating site, and it's awful. She's catfishing him. So I really am not liking this concept at all, and the writing is so not good. The main character, Miriam, is 18. They're in college, and she is literally written like a 14-year-old, and so that first of all, that sucks. And then second of all, just the writing in general, there are so many parentheses in every single page of this book that I am not understanding why. So this is really taking me a long time just to get to page 81. So I am working my way through it. I'm really gonna try not to DNF this book, but this, just like the concept and the writing together, are just not working for me. I hate this whole catfishing thing. It is absolutely not working for me, and the writing is just not good. So we'll see. Stay tuned. Okay, so I have about 40 pages left of Virtually Yours. It has taken me forever to read this book. It's like 350 pages, and it has definitely put me in a slump, and I still have another book to read, and ugh. So Miriam catfishes her ex-boyfriend. She finally reveals that it's her, and he gets rightfully mad, and then halfway through the book he decides, OMG, I miss you, I forgive you for catfishing me, let's be together. And now they're together, even though he goes to college in California and she goes to college in New York, and it's never gonna work out, and this book is so stupid. So now she's just like learning to be independent, and she's like, maybe I don't need a boyfriend, and that's the point. That's the part where I am at, and yeah, it is just not good. It's completely put me in a slump. It's just the concept, the writing, Miriam, her stupid boyfriend Caleb, everything. I do not like this book. So yeah, I'm just trying to get through these last 40 pages, and then I can be done with it. That's my update. So after all that, this is going to be spoilery. After she catfished him and they got back together, she broke up with him. I don't understand what the point of this book is, other than I guess she's finding herself, but also there's this other boy. So did she break up with him to be with this other boy? We're about to find out. But so far, I really hate this book. Okay, so I got to the end of this book and literally said, ew, yuck, gross. So by that assessment, I think I'm gonna give this 1 star. It was just nothing good about this book. No. There was a lot of diversity. So the main character was Iranian. Caleb, her ex-boyfriend, was black, and the dude she ends up with, spoilers, sorry, is Mexican. So tons of diversity in this, and her roommate was a lesbian. So all that was great. That was it. The only redeeming thing. Still only gonna give this 1 star. Okay. So the next book, my last book, luckily, finally, is Fireworks by Katie Cotugno. Since I gave the last Katie Cotugno book 1 star, I'm definitely not looking forward to reading Fireworks, and Virtually Yours officially put me in a reading slump. So we gonna get through this. I'm gonna read that book as fast as I can. Okay, so I am 140 pages into Fireworks, and my suggestion to everyone is don't read 5 low-rated books in a row because you'll get into a reading slump. That's where I'm at, my reading slump. It's taking me a very long time to finish this book. This is the last one. I'm trying to finish it today, so we'll see. So what's happening in this book is Olivia and Dana are best friends. Dana goes with Olivia to an audition for a girls group. This is 97, so they're in a girls pop group, and both of the girls get selected to be in it, so they both go to Florida, and there is a love triangle with a boy who's in a boy band, and that's it. There's a love triangle. The girls aren't really getting along. Dana didn't really want to audition for this, and she got selected, and she's not like a natural at it. So yeah, I have like 200 pages left. I am just trying to get through it because I'm in a major reading slump right now, and I just want to read some good books. So let's see if I can get through this today. Okay, I have 75 pages left of Fireworks. So the 2 girls are in a girl pop group, and then now the other 2 girls who don't like know each other were dismissed, and now they're just like pitting Dana and Olivia against each other, and they're supposed to be friends, and none of this is realistic. Like, who gets picked for a pop group? No one. Okay. I am not liking it. I'm already in a reading slump, and the fact that this book is bad is definitely not helping. I will say it's better written than Top 10 by Katie Cotugno. However, I've noticed that the word she uses way too often is scrum, which is the weirdest fucking word to use anyway, and she just uses it so often. So there's that. She used it a lot in Top 10. She's using it a lot in Fireworks. So fuck the word scrum. I don't fucking know. But I'm almost done. I'm not gonna lie to you. I skimmed the last 50 pages because this was so bad and there was no point to it and it was not realistic at all and the writing was awful, and I'm giving it 1 star. So both Katie Cotugno books I have given 1 star. The last 3 books in particular were really bad. Like, this started out pretty optimistic and just has not been good since then. Yeah. Hi. So, we're back. I finished all the low-rated books. Finally. This has been a 3-week journey. It's been rough. So we're gonna just do a quick wrap up. So the first book I read was Wicked Games by Sean Olin. I ended up giving this 2 stars. I listened to this on audiobook. It was like a thriller. It was okay. The epilogue was really confusing. Even my husband was like, what just happened? So that was interesting. 2 stars. This was one of the better ones. It wasn't so bad. The next book that I read was There's Someone Inside Your House by Stephanie Perkins. Turns out this was more of a romance than it was a thriller, and the reason there was murders was super stupid. However, I still ended up giving this 2.5 stars, and this is the best rated book out of all of the 5 that I read. I would only probably read this one again, but it still wasn't great. The next book that I read was Top 10 by Katie Cotugno. Ended up giving this 1 star. Not good writing, not good plot. The anxiety representation was absolutely horrible with this. I do not recommend this book at all. The next book that I read was Virtually Yours by Sarvanas Tash. Gave this 1 star. This was so bad. This is the book that really solidified my reading slump. This took me forever to read. It was so bad. This was not good at all. I have no good things to say about this book. Absolutely none. And then last but certainly not least is Fireworks by Katie Cotugno. 1 star. I will say that all these books are low rated for a reason. None of them were good. All of them deserve their low rating. That's all I have to say. And also, once again, I will say don't read 5 low-rated books in a row because it will put you into a reading slump like it has for me. So, that's the end of this video. I read all the books. I do not recommend not a one of these books. Absolutely none. Save yourself. Thanks for watching my video. See you in my next one. Bye!